Wolfpack, Wolfpack.
Try and build an island, tell me why you think we wildin'.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your host with the most, the best from the Midwest, the overweight lady lover, your not so local super villain. Ladies want him, men want to be him, your global icon and national treasure, Starks, aka Hollywood Starks Hogan, aka Big Chowder, aka Chase Manhattan, aka Chase Money, aka Go Grab the Bill, aka God Body, aka Wave Cat Warrior, aka Did the PayPal clear yet? And I welcome you to another edition of the Fake Wolfpack Podcast Predictions and Suggestions Show. We're both here for the same reason, so let's not waste any time. Let's get into this Monday Night Raw predictions and suggestions. So we know Elimination Chamber is about a week away, so it won't be this following weekend, but it'll be the next following weekend. So I know we're going to have a slew of matches, maybe some weird singles matches, maybe some whatever matches to lead up and get the anticipation ready for Elimination Chamber. Help maybe I think all the people entering, all the entrants have been solidified and everything like that, but I'm probably sure we're going to get, we'll say maybe a Bayley versus Tamina match or something like that. More of those type of matches to get you excited for Elimination Chamber. I predict that we're probably going to get the announcement for a stipulation match for Becky to get reinstated into the WrestleMania picture. I really hope it doesn't boil down to that, because if it does happen, you're already diminishing what the Royal Rumble means and what it could mean and everything that goes into it. So it's either Becky just needs to get put back into it, they need to stop fucking around, or she's going to have to win her way for the second time into a WrestleMania picture or whatever. I feel that if everything goes planned with WrestleMania, we'll get a couple months of Becky being on top and she running Raw for a hot second, but then she's going to drop that belt. And when we get that time, I hope that we can get Charlotte and Becky being like tag team champs. I think them being a tag team and really spicing up this women's tag team division, you can really get some good business out of them. They're the best performers, some of the best performers on the women's division, and two of the best going out and doing what they do. We've seen them time and time again be like a great, awesome pair together. So I think they can elevate and do so much more with it. As far as this immediate next week's Raw, I'm thinking another match between EC3 and Dean. And whoever wins this match is going to get a clean finish. It's not going to be like a roll-up pin or nothing like that. We're going to get a clean, definitive winner. So it's either we're going to lead to we get that and we don't get anything on the pre-show for Elimination Chamber, but maybe that next following Monday that we get another one, and it's, keep developing this whole feud, because apparently EC3 versus Dean is a feud. Seems like Dean is very much so on his way out, and whoever he can put on and put over, that's what he's going to do. So it's a whole ultimate push to get a good look for EC3, which is cool. I just hope that he gets incorporated into another belt situation, because he never really was put into, besides the inaugural NXT North American Championship match, where it's like a ladder match and EC3 and a bunch of big dudes was on there. I just hope that he gets incorporated into something bigger as well. I know for Elimination Chamber we have a handicap match, which I don't even understand why that's happening. We get a handicap match of Finn versus Lio Rush and Bobby Lashley for the Intercontinental belt. I don't understand why the IC belt is being defended in a handicap match, but boy, if Finn pulls this off, that's exactly what they need, and it's going to be a good push, and I hope that this helps Lio Rush and Yeah, Lio Rush and Bobby Lashley step into the tag team division because I think that would be a ultimate good goal for them. I like what they do and how they work together. I think they can make some really cool tandem moves considering that, you got a high flyer and you got a really strong dude. So the skies is literally the limit. But I think we're going to get another flop match for that. More Riot Squad mischief and things. I think it'd be dope if I suggest that the Riot Squad go out and they injure Sasha. They do some more stuff like that. They injure Bayley. And even if they don't win in the Elimination Chamber, it makes it so much more that so when they do have Sasha and Bayley win, it puts them really over because they came in first. They were fucked up from the week before, all this other type of shit. It just really, really adds to the layer of competition going on there and making the belts that much more prestigious. They had to go through hell and high water and all this other business. I still think they should win them and drop them real quickly. I think we should have shades of what they do for the all the lower belts, like the NXT belts, man. Somebody hold that belt for like a day and drop that joint real quick. Nonetheless, that's what I would like to see with that. Hopefully we get to see more premieres of stars that they called up. I want to see like a Lacey Evans premiere. I want to see more of Nikki Cross on Raw. Hopefully we get to see that. I want to see more Nikki Cross matches. She had a really good match against Ruby Riott, and I think that's cool. But I think her and Alexa Bliss should start a feud. I think that'd be a really, really hot marquee feud because right now neither one of them are being pushed in any title direction, and neither one of them are making any tag team partners, which they both could do very easily. But I think that would help define Nikki Cross and give more of a push for her. But it doesn't seem like she needs more of a push because she's like the only NXT star with a call-up with some merch right now. I don't see no Selena Vega merch. I don't see no Lacey Evans merch, but we definitely got that Screaming Nikki Cross t-shirt coming. So I think that she's in the right position and she's getting over. It just hopefully we get to see more of a push for her. Time to layeth the smacketh down. So this next upcoming week on SmackDown, we haven't seen R-Truth in a little bit, so I predict that we will get to see R-Truth, and maybe hopefully we get the developments of something that happens within that title, within the U.S. title. I don't want to see motherfucking Rusev. I don't want to see Nakamura. I want to see Andrade. I want to see Rey. I want to see Mufasa. I want to see someone completely fucking different. And them going at it and making so much more for this belt and giving some more opposing people, some chances with these belts. I do honestly want a push for R-Truth with the United States belt. I don't know if anyone follows this man on Instagram. He has taken so much pride into this belt. It's exactly what we needed and what I wanted to see happen. He really treats it as a title, and he's upholding it to a certain degree and standard. So that's cool. I just hope that it creates a push for a good storyline. I feel that within the SmackDown division, you got Kofi, you got Xavier Woods, you got we'll say you got the New Day not doing too much. AJ Styles is up in limbo and everything right now. So like there's a lot of people that can be going for this belt, and what's going on with Daniel Bryan, it seems that there's no definitive rival for him. AJ has been, I think we can push AJ out the picture. Not to saying that we don't want to see him on a big title run. I think that if we ultimately make him have a switch and go to the red brand for a hot second, and him and Seth go at it for a little bit and just create more different opportunities and things. There's just a lot more people on the blue brand I think can do more. I think if Nakamura came after Daniel Bryan, I think Rusev went after Daniel Bryan. These people that I was saying, I was like, damn, I don't want to see them go with R-Truth, is because you got that. Now give us more, make them do more. Hell, where is Rey Mysterio? And I know, like, he's only here for a small period of time, but make him give some pushes. He's doing a really good job of getting Andrade Cien Almas over. I just wish that it was more of a transition in doing that. Where is Asuka? Hopefully we actually get to see her within this next week or the next upcoming weeks, and we get to see more of the women division. Lacey Evans, we don't get any Lana. We don't. There's not really too many Carmella matches anymore. I know her and Naomi are in the Elimination Chamber, but nonetheless, you got all these, Zelina Vega, you got all these different people and all these different women that don't really compete within division. I just hope that we start moving towards something going on with Asuka, because right now she's pulling a Brock Lesnar, and she hasn't been on shit since the Royal Rumble. I don't feel like I think she's had one match since the Royal Rumble, and I wish that we made more of a push to get her to go do things. I think that we're not going to get the stipulation called for on Raw for Becky. I think something else is going to happen where she's going to come out on SmackDown. She's going to fuck up something. She's going to do something. And she's just going to keep creating like excerpts and things. Expect some shades of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Expect, Becky just popping up doing some behind the scenes cutaways type shit. That's what I really see that's going to happen with her and everything on that level, as far as like the push for the road to WrestleMania. They're going to set up all that they can for Elimination Chamber, and I feel that the promo that they cut with the Usos versus Shane and The Miz, I think we got like 2 more pay-per-views, at least 1 more pay-per-view of that. Shane and The Miz versus the Usos, which is all cool, fine. I think the Usos are going to win those belts at WrestleMania. If not WrestleMania, slightly before WrestleMania, and still retain them shits there. I just wish that when you make this push and transition, and it's Shane and The Miz are really working together, it just feels so very temporary, and it looks very temporary. There's just more tag teams in that division that could do more, but I just hope that it's a push to get someone over. So maybe let's make some more predictions and suggestions. Let's say the Usos don't do it, and this is the point in time where Shane and The Miz can get Heavy Machinery over, or vice versa, where the Revival does that. So it's a very good point in time for the tag team division, because it's, I'd be happy for like being one of those budding tag teams. This might be the time I get my pushing catapult. So hopefully something creative like that does happen within the SmackDown brand. We hope to see more Asuka. We hope to see more actual competitors and people coming out. I would actually like to see a Lacey Evans and Asuka feud. I would love to see that, or Asuka, and continue to do an Asuka versus Iconics feud. So once the Elimination Chamber blows over, I predict to see something more with her and that actual women's division on SmackDown. Yeah. So next on the menu is NXT. In the immediate future, I predict another Cassius Ohno versus Keith Lee match, probably next week. I predicted that the Velveteen Dream versus Gargano match was going to be this week. I think we're not going to get that until after Elimination Chamber. I think we're going to get that probably that Wednesday or so after. I wish that they would do more to shape the mid-card division. So let's say this week, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, established that they're going to get back together, and the original tag team is going to go for those belts for once they once had, and all this other type of shit. So that leaves Adam Cole and Roddy to go off and do more. So I wish Adam Cole was making a push to go at Ciampa right now. I think that would be a good feud and a good match, and like just 2 heels really going at it, and maybe that'll help push Adam Cole on a whole different front. Adam Cole don't need a push, but I think that right there creates a pretty smooth dynamic, a pretty epic dynamic. It's almost like The Rock and Stone Cold. They were both baby faces, but it almost seemed like they're both heels because how the mic worked and how they did things. But they were just crazy over. So I think now that's just something of a good play on characters for one another. I hope to see more of, like I said, that mid card division thickening up. You got Gulak, you got Dijak, you got Ono, you got Riddle, you got Roderick Strong. All these different guys right here. You got uh, Alberto Carrero. It's just a bunch of dudes who are just in limbo, and I think that if they all started making a push for the North American Championship and just creating more of that dynamic, it'll bring more to the belt. It'll just make it seem like there's more people, more competing, and just more and more and more. Johnny Wrestling has not put that belt up yet. We haven't really seen him with too much action. Just some talking from last week or whatever like that, and I think the week prior to that. I think since winning the belt, Johnny hasn't really wrestled. I like that one too. But just to see more and just to have them do more and just pick up and get at it. I like what they did with the tag team division, but it seems like right now they just made a shift and Street Profits are the ones trying to make a ultimate push like they're the number one tag team, but they just lost last week to Forgotten Sons, and it seems like, I don't know, everyone forgot about it. Once again, I'm on a roll today. Nonetheless, they're trying to thicken up their division, and I wish they did this across the board. But with the War Raiders doing what they're doing, I feel that it's going to be a while before anyone faces them for those belts. It's going to be a while before we see a War Raiders match. We're going to get more things of this. Them jumping in crowds and beating up people and just more mayhem. But actual match, I don't think we're going to get that until like the next takeover or something. Which is cool, but they got to build and make all these things worthwhile and all that type of stuff. So I see that happening. I want to see a new competitor for Ciampa's belt. Let's say, hell, we don't get Adam Cole to finally go for it. Maybe a small rivalry with Keith Lee or Matt Riddle or just anyone. Just bring some more diversity to NXT. To me, it's the most diverse brand. They got a lot of different people. I think if we got Candice LeRae versus Shayna Baszler. I know we've had that, and we've had Candice going for the NXT belt before, but bring something else to the table, or put her into the main roster, or just doing more with that, just adding more variety to it. I like the testing of the talent that they have down there, and everybody's making this ultimate and grand push. I just hope it just brings more diversity to the NXT brand. I don't think we've got a official premiere on NXT from Casey Canizero. She was the little spider monkey girl from the Royal Rumble with one of the most creative eliminations and things. So hopefully we get to see that. Hopefully she gets to premiere and do something more. I feel like Io Shirai is probably going to be the next person to have a title match with Shayna Baszler. I just hope that it doesn't become a few squash matches between Io and Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair is finally getting some steam behind her. It seemed like she was having people starting to rally for her, and they just go and make this terrible heel turn once a fuck again. So I feel that they do more with Bianca. Maybe she doesn't win this belt. Maybe she gets humbled, and it brings her down, and she stops with this whole undefeated thing. It just works into the EST, just making that. Bianca Belair has like the potential to be on like some young Hulk Hogan games, like, you know what I mean? Like, she should be out here super faced up talking about like eat your vitamins and fucking say your prayers, like, you know what I mean? You got to be the strongest, the fastest, the smartest, all these things. Like, that should be Bianca Belair's character, and she was very close to having this face turn. But nonetheless, I think NXT has a very budding division, and they offer a lot of room for growth. To me, this brand has the most potential, so it's always exciting to see what goes on. I'm not sure when the next takeover is, but I think by that time we should probably have like some different champs. I think we might get something. I think, in my opinion, man, it's time for Shayna Baszler to drop that belt and just like move on in greener pastures. But they need her in NXT for the other two, for Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke. They wouldn't survive without her. Not to saying that they couldn't wrestle and live or things like that, but like character-wise, they both suck on the mic. They need someone like that. They need the tutelage. So Shayna's got to be there for a hot second, but that belt could be used for more good and put on someone else to get them a more skyrocket and prominent thing. Well, I think that's going to conclude this week's prediction and suggestion show. I'm Starks. I tell you guys, peace, and always remember to stay true and remember keep killing shit.
Wolfpack, hey, Wolfpack.
Try and build an island, tell me why you think we wildin'.